coming and we coming strong. When PDP come marching in, when PDP come marching in, I would like to be in the number. When PDP come marching in, when PDP come marching in, when PDP come marching in, we will all be in that number. When PDP come marching in, come on, we taking over. PDP come to conquer. 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 Tell me, who you voting? PDP. Who you voting? PDP. Who you voting? PDP. Who you voting? When PDP come marching in, when PDP come marching in, I would like to be in that number. When PDP come marching.
The following is a paid political broadcast.
PDP victory. The road now run, the journey rough. We foot strong and our we skin tough. So many that have been shown at us. Real Spartans never give up. Yeah. The winds of change blowing your way. Bust off those chains.
Good evening again. Wow, we have been having a time out here this week. You know, Monday night, it's time to take back Tobago. You know what I mean? Enough for the lies. It ends tonight. Take back Tobago. That was Sunday night, right? Monday night we look at what anybody could tell me? Yes. From pennies to power. Tobago must take back its wealth. And tonight's topic will be broken promises, empty pockets, building Tobago's real economy. I want to thank the host for bringing me on, and thank you people out there who are viewing around the world. And I thank you for your reviews. It's great. I admire it, and my comments, I myself respond to each of your comments, so it's very personal. All right, remember you can find me on Facebook on the Tobago updates and various stations that are carrying this presentation. Tonight we'll be looking at the many promises we have had over the years, those broken promises, and how we can build a real economy in Tobago. You will recall with me, and I'm always a bit embarrassed to say, that you in Tobago did come out and you did vote for us. You did give us that support on the 6th of December 2021. You did come out and you put your fingers for the PDP. While the Red got 12,000 votes, we got almost 7,000 votes more than the Red. It meant that a lot of first-time voters came out and voted for the PDP. I meet you all over Tobago and some in Trinidad who would have come up to vote. I salute you. I say thanks to you. And I want to use this opportunity to say that I feel sad every time I look back at the aftermath of December 6th. I'm really saddened by what would have taken place. But don't ask me to stay in a place that I perceived as corrupt, that I perceived as deceitful, and don't ask me to stand with people who I perceived as the betrayers of Tobago. I would leave, and so I did leave to protect my sanity. I did leave so as to give them a fair opportunity to exercise their will and let the people see what they are capable of.
We vote in PDP. The two
we were promised about 2 days before December 6th, 2021. We were promised in a virtual meeting as this one by the now Chief Secretary, Fale Augustine. And when he becomes Chief Secretary, he's signing an oath, and it will be stamped and signed by a commission of affidavit. Yes, based on my recollection, that commissioner is still around. In the Canaan Bonacourt area, he's still there. I'm not going to call his name. He must be sad also to hearing this. And he did come on stage and sign an affidavit for all 15 candidates, myself included, and Farley included. And on those affidavits, we promised Tobagonians that we will fulfill the mandate given to us by the people regarding PDP. We did promise them that. And we did promise that having registered with a lawyer, we will bring it for the public to sign. Because in our mandate were many, many promises of deliveries. We promised Tobagonians $10 million for each electoral district, and there are 15. That money should have come from the development budget. So every year, $150 million would be poured out into the district. Promises, promises, promises. We are speaking about promises, broken promises, empty pockets. Time for Tobago to build its real economy. We promised Tobagonians also that we would build 10, 20 houses in every electoral district. That was to boost the community economy. Every community has its own economy, its village economy, so to speak. Based on the people who are working, private or public, when the month comes, they could add up their total revenue generation from their salaries, their businesses, and that is the amount of money that comes to the village. You can monitor it and see how much of that money is spent in the village and how much is spent outside of the village. And then that's how we do it. Very simple maths. In order to sustain Tobago and to develop a better Tobago, we, the THA, should have brought money into the villages by saying we are giving $10 million to every community every single year. So now we are finishing 3 years. It meant that every single constituency in Tobago should have gotten $30 million of development within their constituency. That was to boost employment, improve infrastructure and things like that. Not many money, but it's something that the constituents, the electorate could look to and say, yes, we have done this, we have done that. But they have betrayed us. Yes, those in the dead blue, they have betrayed us, the people of Tobago. And it hurts me to the core. I couldn't stay with them. Those in the dead blue, they came in on a PDP ticket. They vowed by an affidavit never to leave the PDP, but to stay and ensure you get what you got. Promises are meant to be kept. Broken promises, empty pockets. That's what we now have in Tobago. They've broken all of the promises. On December 6th, 2021, all of them were PDP. But by December 6th, 2022, all of them resigned from the PDP. Wickedness, wickedness, evil that resigned from the PDP, telling you that they are now independent. They never go back and ask you what your view is on that. They disregarded you, insulted your intelligence, violated your democratic will, and say unto you that, hey, we are independents. You never vote for PDP, you vote for us. As if we are foolish. As if we are dumb. They betrayed us. Judas and his 12 disciples, because 14 of us went into office. I removed myself in September 2022 when I recognized that they are not about bread and butter issues. They are about self. And they all betrayed me and said, away with Duke. Duke wants us to spend money and feed people. Yes, that is what we promised the people on the platform. Bread and butter issues. Yes, we're going to fix this. And when we presented bread and butter issues to you, what did they do? Duke must go. We're going to remove his portfolio. He should leave us. We don't want him here. I walked. If you show me the door, you don't have to push me. I'm decent enough to walk. I had to take it as a man. And I had to protect my mind, my family, and my support base. Because while Tobago was cheering on, because some of the persons who are listening tonight don't like Duke, and that's okay. You can't like everyone. I respect that. It's okay for you to like or not to like. But remember, we came as a team, and we swore as a team to uphold the mandate that Tobago gave us. You clap. When they say, away with Duke, a few months later in December, they say, away with Tobago now. We not PDP. Away with the mandate. No more mandate Monday. No more reporting. No more accounting to you, the public. We will do as we want. We're independents. And they remain as independents. I've been told that they have been aided and assisted by a high-ranking political figure from Tobago who is in Trinidad. I wouldn't call names, but if I call names over the TV, I will whistle. I hear somebody call the name over the TV. I hear somebody call the name over the internet. Yes. Yes. Yes, 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 yes. That's the name. That's the name. Because right after we were sworn into office, broken promises we are talking about tonight, and empty pockets, right after we were sworn into office, you know what the Chief Secretary did? Went and sat down with the political leader of the Dead Red. Of the Dead Red. He went and sat with him, 3 hours of meeting with him in short pants and slippers. When he came back to us, the executive, and he said, how could you do that? The man laughing as a child in a chair, saying, if I saw the place nice. Even the napkin had Prime Minister on it, the table had Prime Minister on it, all about it, like the place. Never seen that yet. My God, I wonder if this is the man I chose to lead Tobago. I cringe. I was not even aware that he was meeting with the Prime Minister. Didn't tell me anything. Broken promises has led to empty pockets in Tobago right now. No one stood up. They're looking at Duke. They want me to run break fight with the man. While that was planned. That was planned. That was planned long before. I was unaware of the plan. I was taken by surprise. Yes. And when I saw it, I said, this level of betrayal, after spending my money, after walking up and down on the highways and the byways, you remember me knocking on the doors. You remember me showing up after helping everybody. Tobago rock back. And they say, yeah, Farley, away with Duke. And then they said, we are independents now, we don't know you. We have no commitment to you. That ended the mandate Mondays. And when I had a meeting in December and I said, look, they are looking to form their own party. That's why they left. He sent me a lawyer letter. And they want to sue me. But here come in April 2023, about 4 months after they would have left and said they're independent, they say they're going to form a party now. Broken promises. Broken promises, all your broken promises. I want to tell you tonight, you must hold your politicians accountable. And if I break my promise, you must hold me accountable too. But hold your politicians accountable. Don't say because you knew what's not aggressive. I'm aggressive. I'm aggressive. I'm no pussycat doll. No. I'm from the loins of the ancestors. I'm a fighter. I'm a revolutionist. But I'm fighting for you, the people. And you are in my heart tonight. Today, as we look around Tobago, what have they done? 400 persons in Tobago have been hired. That's the employment they have created. 10 on, 10 off. You work a whole month and all you get is half month pay. They have hired people in health to do what? Pick up trash. That's a big job now. Pick up trash. And you have to label the bags and put your name on it. Dehumanizing our Tobagonians. This is John James. I pick up 2 bags of trash for the day. But you don't get paid. We have people who are not made permanent even though they won contracts. And we said we will make all contract workers starting with those 15 years and more permanent. When we come in, they are not permanent. We said that on the PDP platform. Then we will look at those working for 10 years and more, permanent. Because anytime you're doing a job of a continuous nature, anytime the employer is treating you as if You are permanent. You are permanent. I did employment law. I hold a master's in it. I can tell you that. The real determination as to whether you are permanent or not has to do with the real relationship.
We have to win. We must win.
I'm going to get into that now because that is a message coming up within the week. Stay tuned for that. Empty pockets. The administration, the independents, those in the dead blue. There. Those in the dead blue. They have come to you and they have failed to report to you on a monthly basis. They do not even keep executive meetings again. The only time they keep executive meetings, and when it's executive briefings to the public, I will correct that. They don't keep executive briefings again to the public as to brief the public as to what the executive is doing on a weekly basis. They don't do it. They only come when it's bacchanal. When it's bacchanal and confusion, they come. Is that what we want? Is that what good governance is about? Broken promises. You have to be transparent. People must know what you're doing. We promised the people to make the minimum salary $5,000 a month. The minimum salary a month in Tobago is still $2,005. One guy came to me, one lady came to me, and they complained about the salary. When they finish pick up trash and they collect a $2,000 and the month come or $3,000 when the month come, they can't pay rent for $2,000. They can't send the train to school. They had a hop job. And we'll get into that a different night. Empty pockets because you have failed to build a stable economy in the public sector and in the private sector. And so this is what the PDP will do. I do not want to give out too much, but I will say the first thing that we are going to do is to bring more money to Tobago. Unless more money comes to Tobago, there will be very little improvement on the changes. And I'm not about to give Tobago cosmetic changes. I want to give Tobago a real makeover. That when the PDP land into government with these two seats, and I say it's central government, with the east and the west seats, you must have a real makeover. They must not make you out. When people come back home after 1 year, they must say, wow, Tobago changed. And here's how we're going to change Tobago. With those two seats, I will put on my Superman suit that I used when I was a top negotiator in the entire public service. And this Superman suit is nothing new, nothing fancy. It's simply my work clothes, my jacket and my tie. And I will go to Trinidad. And they will be asking me, who will you support for government? Because I tell you this, I see it in a dream. Believe me today when I say to you, I see it in a dream. That the election will either be 2020, 2019, or 2020 in Trinidad. The 39 seats will either be 20 for one party, 19 for the other, and Tobago hold the two seats, east and west. Or it will be 20 seats in Trinidad, 19 in Trinidad, 1 in Tobago, 2020, and 1. The east will always be different. Tobago East is already PDP, and they should quit and give up on that. Because the east is going to PDP this time around. And I swear to you today, it will remain PDP because I will remain grounded. And on the ground, I will not take wings and fly off. I will not take shoes like a track star and run away and leave you. I will stay with my people. And we will break bread together. We will walk the streets together. And we will ride together. We will rise together. This is a mandate of the PDP. What good for the goose, good for the gander. A rising tide lift all boats. When I go to the parliament in Trinidad to negotiate on behalf of Tobago with two seats, east and west, I will be demanding a few things. And it's upon this we will begin to build the real economy in Tobago. You can't build an economy without money. So let's say the $2 billion in Tobago's recurrent expenditure, and I believe that money is misused and abused. $2 billion for recurrent expenditure every year. That money is more than all of the corporations in Trinidad put together, and there are 14 of them. That money is more than the 14 corporations put together in Trinidad. And we have thousands of people being employed there. Just for Tobago, recurrent expenditure is $2 billion. I will have to doctor and look at that money meticulously. Meticulously, with a big magnifying glass like Sherlock Holmes, and police it like Watson. We're not going to do it. We're not going to do it. But put that money aside, the $2 billion. We will ask for $4 billion. That's right. $4 billion in development budget. So, what makes you feel you're going to get that? That's a large sum. You are asking. The driving force behind that is that we must build a real economy in Tobago, and we must build it in the next 5 years. In the next 5 years. And there is a plan for year 1, for year 2, for year 3, for year 4, and year 5. We must build an economy that is rock solid, that is strong, that is robust, that is dynamic in Tobago. And so I will sit and I will negotiate with either party. Those in the yellow or those in the red. Either party that are equally strong and equally weak. And I will say to them, whosoever wants to be prime minister could get the 2 votes from Tobago if you want it. But we want 10%. 10. We're not asking for less. We're not asking for more. We are reasonable people. 10% of the national budget. The national budget is around $60 billion a year, because you know there's a mid-year review. And the mid-year review, they normally add something. When you add it up, it's roughly about $60 billion a year. 10% of $60 billion is $6 billion. For those of you who can't understand money and don't feel no way about it, at one time I couldn't understand it. And those in the THA currently still don't understand it. Bankrupt for intelligence. $1 billion is $1,000 million. Yeah? So $1,000 million is $1 billion. Currently now we are given only $300 million per year. But when I enter, I'll be saying we want $4 billion per year, which is $4,000 million. That's a lot of money. I want you in the micro business in Tobago. I want you in the macro business in Tobago. I want you in the medium-sized private sector in Tobago to prepare yourself for windfall. We are going to build out a Tobago that will never go back into the hands of slavery. And I'm demanding that. I'm going to use those 2 seats to vote on any single bill that they try to bring in Tobago and Trinidad. Any bill. I will use my 2 seats to vote them down, and I ain't afraid them. I can deal with them already before. I've dealt with the UNC government. I've dealt with the PDP government as the president of the Public Services Association. And I'm as experienced as any of them and better than many of them. Because I have run the PSC as the president. I know the laws and I know the cause of the public servants. And I'm with them. $4 billion. We will delink the public service in Tobago from Trinidad insofar as SPEAR is concerned. We will do a restructuring for the public service in Tobago. We want to see our administrators in Tobago paid comparably with the permanent secretaries in Trinidad. They must be paid the same salary. We are saying that. And we want to see the clerks in Tobago receive what they should get. I'm saying with that type of money, we will ensure that our workers are paid well, every single worker, with a minimum wage of $5,000. We want, and I don't want to deal with that too much tonight, because it's coming up. It's coming up in the week when we get into it. But the reason I'm touching it now, you can't grow an economy without domestic consumption. What is domestic consumption? Local consumption. When a person work and they go home, they're spending the money home. Nobody leaves Tobago to go Trinidad to buy a pack of milk or bag of Pampers. Nobody go to Trinidad to buy gas for the tank. Nobody leaves to go to Trinidad to buy a beer. That money is spent here. And we want to put more money in Tobagonian hands, the average Tobagonian's hands. So when they get paid, they could spend their money on the basic things they need and still have some money remain for some other type of discretionary consumption. We'll get into that another night. I know about that well. I'll tell you what we're going to do for the other people. But tonight, we want to move tonight from having broken promises to people who keep the promises. When I say I will swim, I swim. When I say I will give Farley the chief secretary work, I gave him the chief secretary work.
Seat belong to PDP. Nobody
When I
else.
say I marched and I protested, I march and I protest. I'm a man to my word. I keep my word. I watch over my word to protect it. A man is nothing if he doesn't have his word. And if I change my mind, I have a very good reason why I change my mind. And I do so apologetically. No more broken promises. No more empty pockets. All of the businesses will be boosted. Tobago must move away from its dependence on Trinidad and create some real serious areas within the economy that can generate more and more revenue for us. I will not list them out tonight because I don't want to be hog-tied or pigeonholed into this kind of economy. But we are talking building an economy in our agriculture that could generate real revenue for us. Building an economy in tourism that could generate real revenue for us. We have to make Tobago nicer. Right now, Tobago is not so nice. Tobago resembles the Tobago of the 18th century and the 17th century. Still beautiful in the eyes of Europe. Most of our tourists come here from Europe. They still love it. And nobody could change the past. They have fought for us some 33 times. Yeah? 5 big nations in Europe fought for us. No other Caribbean country came close. So I'm saying to you tonight, the PDP is demanding your support. The PDP saying the only way up and forward is through the PDP. It is through the political leader Watson Solomon Duke. These are just little bits and pieces of meeting to pull you together, and they will continue every month. For a week, the last week of every month, we will continue these meetings. Good education, no kind of old talk here. Good education, no kind of bacchanal. So I want you to understand and stand up with me and clap your hands and say Tobago must win. Yes, Tobago must win. Say it with me, Tobago must win. All are we have to win. Watch me, Josie. Watch me like Superman. Watch me like Superman. All are we have to win. Hope I pick it up on the cameras tonight. All are we have to win. Just I could do some with a little bit of buff, but that is all right. You could see the message. All are we have to win. Tobago, I cannot win without you. And you cannot win without proper leadership. Tonight, make that decision in Tobago East. Make it in Tobago West. That PDP is the only party with the mental fortitude to fight for Tobago, because we have a solid plan. And we are untried. They have given the others a chance. Now please, I beg you, to give the PDP a PDP chance, and we will not leave you. Tonight's message is good, but tomorrow is going to be equally good. Some people say it would be better. Let me tell you the message for tomorrow. Right, remember we have been counting on this entire week. It's going good. Tomorrow night, yes, get all the senior citizens around the TV tomorrow night. On the Facebook page, put on a Facebook and leave it on. Tomorrow, Wednesday, we are looking at retire in peace, not pieces. A pension revolution. Yes, retire in peace, not pieces. A pension revolution. I thank you. I thank you. Tobago must win. All are we Haffuh win. Thank you.
PDP victory. The road now run, the journey rough. We foot strong and our skin tough. So many dots have been shown at us. Real Spartans never give up. Yeah. The winds of change blowing your way. Bust off those chains. It's a brand new day. It's not a dream. It is for real. You have to believe. PDP victory. Yeah.
The following was a paid political broadcast.
PDP victory.